So right now we have Senator Wiger, Senate File 2507. Senator Wiger, welcome to the committee again. If you'd like to move your bill, please.
Thank you again, Madam Chair. I'd like to move Senate File 2507 be laid over for possible inclusion in the omnibus bill.
Thank you, Senator Wiger. Do you have an amendment for this bill?
Yes, Madam Chair, the A5, which is in the packet.
And Senator Wiger, is this your first stop?
Yes, it is, Madam Chair.
Okay, Senator Wiger would like to adopt the A5 as an author's amendment. Adopted according to our precedent. Senator Wiger, to your bill, Senate File 2507 as amended.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair and committee members. There's a few key parts to this proposal. First is cyber security, and we talked about this briefly at another hearing, and it was brought to my attention about the need to include cyber security in this legislation by the Minnesota School Boards Association, and additionally the Association of Metro School Districts has come out with a strong position. And I know some of you are former school board members, and as you know, the school board assembly, they look at their delegate assembly, they have resolutions, and in 2017 they came up with a very comprehensive analysis of the problems Minnesota schools face for potential cybersecurity breaches, and in fact they have occurred. It's very, very costly, and the impact in terms of liability, not only for the school district, but for students and staff and other victims, it can happen. And the chances are 1 in 4 that it could, just overall in our country, I'm told. There's a lot of additional information, but I'm sure we're going to be convinced that cybersecurity should be a part of the use of safe school revenue. But I do have the report, and I appreciate that the school board's delegate assembly put this together for us. The next part of the safe school changes that I have in the amendment primarily conform with what Governor Dayton is recommending for safe school changes as it relates to this levy. First, there would be in fiscal 19 an appropriation. That's about 19 million or so, and that goes for school districts. They're going to get an increase from $36 to $54. But there would be a minimum of $22,500. And again, this is one time in fiscal 19. This is cash. Also, charter schools would get $18 as a part of this proposal. It goes on further in, beyond the one time for putting it with the levy and aid program in terms of the longer term solution. And it not only would it continue to provide for school districts and charters, increasing school districts from $36 to $72, but we also include the intermediate school districts. We include the cooperative programs as well, and the amounts are listed in the bill as to what the impact is going to be, though I'll point out again that this would be a part of levy and aid. We need to pay for it somehow. So the governor's proposals are included. I don't know if he had the cooperatives included in his, but I do have that in here as well, based on a lot of feedback. And those would be my overall comments: the need to address cybersecurity, and then the expanded use for safe school revenue, where we've had a lot of bipartisan support in your earlier bills, which I'm a co-author of. So that would complete my testimony. I do have many people that would testify if need be, but would stand for questions or further explanation from nonpartisan research, if that's
Thank you,
needed.
Senator Wiger. I just have a question. Now, I should say we will be giving the governor's bill a full hearing in this committee. I believe it's next week. So we will, and maybe I'll save my questions till then. Certainly wanting to get a better handle on what the finances are, what the cost is for that direct aid, and what the cost is to taxpayers for the levies. But we can save that until we have a full hearing on the governor's bill.
Okay.
Any further questions today, members?
Again, Madam Chair, I noticed that I had contacted your office. I had plenty of people that would testify. Nobody got listed, but I just wanted you to know that there are many organizations that do
yes.
support these.
Senator Wiger, after we've gone through the bills today, there are many ed organizations here today, and they will come up and testify to any of the bills today that they would like. We thought we'd save them all so they could just come up to the testifying table once. So they are here. All right.
Thank you.
Any further questions or comments? Senate File 2507 as amended is laid over for possible inclusion in the omnibus bill.